Hello losers. I'm using this voice because inserting this as text into this video would slow down the editing process so much that by the time I'd finish NCT would have over 100 members, so I'm not doing that. Let's continue then, shall we? Now I've been waiting for this trend to die so I could hear as many opinions as I could before making my own that I believed were unpopular as well. However, 3 videos into the trend I was already seeing patterns in the opinions as everyone kept saying BTS this, Blackpink that, Red Velvet this. I also thought that I couldn't give up even more than I already did before, but this community always finds a way to disappoint me as the videos began to turn into an opportunity for attention-seeking stans to hate on idols in order to look cool and edgy, and Jesus fucking Christ, I did not leave Twitter just to be followed by all this useless drama yet again. I still very much like the trend and am always up for the sharing of opinions and sparks of discussion on things, and that is the reason why I still want to do this video. These are opinions that I promise you probably haven't heard yet or haven't seen vocalized often. Well, here I am for that. And cheers to healthy discussion. I like what SM is doing with 10. I know a lot of N citizens are banging on SM's doors demanding to know what 10 is doing at all times, as he's one of the least exposed members in terms of group comebacks. I know that at one point he was injured and needed to take time off to heal, so that contributed to his absence as well. With 10 being one of the aces of NCT, I completely understand why his demand rate is so high. Yes, King. But I also really like what SM is doing with him promotion and exposure wise. It's like they're constantly giving us treats of him but not the whole things just yet, which makes us want him more, and in my opinion, in a good way. The concepts they put him in always fit him so well. His singles are amazing, and his dance practices never cease to amaze me. Regular was a genre that would have fit him well, so I was glad when SM let Wave do a Chinese version of it and put 10 in the group. I wasn't mad when he was excluded from Boss, and thought it genius to pair him with Taeyong for Baby Don't Stop. That comeback was legendary, which is why I can never agree with fans when they say that SM is overlooking his talent and not appreciating him enough. I think they're being very smart with 10 and won't ever put him in the back burner because boy is just too damn good. We just need to be patient. NCT has only just started. Lisa's outfits don't bother me. I can honestly understand why some people might be mad about the fashion inequality that may or may not be going on within Blackpink, but I've honestly never once noticed this until articles started popping up about it. The issue started gaining attention around the same time Jennie started receiving backlash for her quote-unquote laziness, so I could see how the two issues fed off of each other. However, I am still not all that convinced about the severity of this issue. There will always be some form of inequality in a group, no matter how close the members are, or how close the group is to their company. And Lisa is also that 1 in 1 million person who could literally wear any outfit and still make it look so good, much like her dancing. Her charisma, warmth, positive attitude, and determination are all things that contribute to the fact that an ugly dress will not and could not ever weigh her down. On stage, on the streets, or literally anywhere, Lisa is really that bitch. I left Twitter because of its toxicity. I know a lot of K-pop fans will agree with me when I say that Twitter is by far the most toxic social media platform. But it wasn't often, if at all, where I'd see people actually giving up on the platform altogether because of this issue. I have friends who also have complaints about negative environment that Twitter is constantly leaking, and they have even deleted their accounts and started over to just have a small private one to talk with a few people that don't breathe for drama and fan wars. Twitter has gotten so disgusting and despicable, and although at times I miss how fun it could be, this remains to be one of the best decisions I've ever made. K-pop has never been more fun and enjoyable for me. I stick to just YouTube now and it's much more peaceful and forgiving, at least until the unpopular opinions trend leaked onto here turned into a hate trend. Male idols with mullets are beautiful. I too am always thrown off when a K-pop group makes a comeback and one of the members has a mullet, but I am never disappointed. Just look at this. My god. Not every K-pop song needs a rap, and not every K-pop group needs a rapper. I'm pretty tired of this trend that Korean companies think they need to follow, and I'm actually planning on doing a separate video related to this, so come back for that. But I absolutely hate it when I'm listening to an amazing song and a rap comes out of nowhere when it has no place in the song in the first place. It's like the producers of these songs add it in the last minute just to give the rappers some screen time. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, if you're going to insist on having rap in a song that doesn't need it, at least incorporate it in a way that actually works. I am not a fan of the nasally rapping style. Very few K-pop rappers actually pull off this style and own it. These are some of the idols that I think actually pull off this style or showcase it in a song that works well with it. But even then, I can't listen to this kind of rapping for too long. And if I possibly left out an idol that you think also pulls off this style, it's probably because I've never heard of them, or because, you've guessed it, I don't think they pull it off. Moving on. I actually don't hate K-pop reaction videos and clickbait titles. For me, music is, and always will be, a source of entertainment, expression, and enjoyment that can and should be shared with as many people as possible. I have a lot of admiration and respect for the quality of K-pop music and music videos, as well the devotion that idols put into perfecting their craft, and want more people to realize this. This is not a means of me having my hobbies be verified by someone who's not into K-pop or not Asian, and it never will be. I know what I like and don't care if you disagree. But that doesn't mean I won't stop someone else from also experiencing that same thing and possibly enjoying it themselves, or even becoming a hardcore fan too. If you're so mad about K-pop reactors doing their thing and making money off of it, then look away. They don't have you by the neck. If your argument is that these reactors are not genuine and are simply using certain groups for views, then you can be right or wrong depending on which reactor you're talking about. Just don't go generalizing all of them, or people you don't like in general. It makes you look like a dumbass. I also don't care about the fight against clickbait titles and actually find them useful and smart from a business perspective. If you're a black K-pop fan and you want to see a black YouTuber reacting to K-pop, you got it. If you're Hispanic and you want a Hispanic reactor, you got it. If you're Asian and want an Asian, you got it. It's honestly not a big fucking deal. Like everything else, there will be abusers to this system, but that's life, kid. Grow up. K-pop idols don't need to be woke. I want to clarify that this is not a discussion about any political or social issues that may or may not be plaguing our society today, because I really don't want to get into that. This is how I feel about fans wanting more and more K-pop idols to speak up about these issues, or in other words, to be woke. I understand that K-pop idols, as well as other celebrities, are in extremely advantageous positions that make it easier for them to advocate for their values, but in no ways does that mean they need to speak on fans' behalf, or what fans think is right. That being said, I also don't think K-pop needs to be woke, and they don't need to fight your social justice battles for you. They have a job to do and companies breathing down their backs. Stop expecting so much from them. Fans are always complaining about the high demand for an idol to be skinny, cute, sexy, tougher, softer, or whatever it may be, but so often those same fans are doing exactly what the Korean media is trying to do, and that's turning these idols into perfect human beings that need to serve fans 24/7, and whose image can be irreversibly tainted upon one mistake, one misunderstanding, or even just one mistranslation, even if they've apologized and moved on from it. Disgusting. They don't need to follow your woke standards. They don't need to care, and they don't need to be bombarded with issues that have nothing to do with them, their job, or their country. I know fans praise idols that actively go out of their way to talk about certain issues about today's society, but for me, I couldn't honestly give less of a shit. I'm here for the music, and I don't have time to fight battles that half the time don't even matter and only end up dividing people up even more. Sure, being woke might make someone seem like a better person, but not every woke person is an angel. Take 98% of Stan Twitter for example, the same people that made me grimace every time they tried to seem smart and wise, and turning a platform meant for sharing, conversing, and fun into a fucking battle zone for political issues, social issues, fan wars, and just straight up child's play that not even half of them cared about in the first place. No thanks. I believe that's all for now. I would like to ask anyone who feels the need to comment to please keep the comment section peaceful, respectful, and mature. If you believe I was at any point during this video being rude or disrespectful, please let me know, but don't yell at me like you're my mother. I don't want to talk to the fans that only act out on childish and emotional whims. I want to talk with fans that are open-minded, mature, and respectful. That is the only way we will ever get anywhere, and the only way we could make this community something to be even more proud of. Don't be a child, and learn to love the differences between people in this world. Once you do, you'll be better off, and won't get wrinkles as quickly in life. Now isn't that a plus?